Okay, I'm back. So, the camera stopped on me. I don't know why, but anyway, I had to go back and check and find out what was going on. But anyway, this was the very first turban that I was given when I joined the Moorish Science Temple of America here near the Pittsburgh Corporation, some almost a decade, yeah, decade ago. But anyway, so the sisters in the church, or church, the temple, had, and mind you, no, this is not going to be one of those channels, just so you know. But the sisters there, found it fitting, and I'll get back to you about the length because this is supposed to be a specific length and a specific width. And I will do the measurements and I'll just edit it into the film. But anyway, so it's a certain width and certain length. So I was told, oh, this is not going to work like I thought it would. Okay, so you fold it a sort of in itself like so, all the way up to about halfway point. And you're going to be applying this on your head halfway. So you're going to put this on your head across the brow, right above the brow, and you're going to tuck. This chair situation won't work neither. You're going to tuck and tie technical difficulty. You're going to tuck and tie simply, well, not even tie. You're going to wrap this side and wrap that side, making sure it's tight on the brow here. Okay, so this part you can hold with your shoulder. Okay, now you see how I got it crisscross in the back. That's why I turned around, and it took a lot to do that. But anyway, let me move this chair out my way. But that ain't gonna work. We'll just keep the fabric behind me. That's better. Okay, yeah. So now, when I put this one to my side and hold it with my jawbone, basically, or what have you, I'm going to take and figure out which side that I desire to be my inside. So this is going to be the inside of my fabric. So I'm going to crease her over like so. And I wrap her across the brow and the crown of the head. And you wrap her around. And you tuck it. Like so. And then you begin to tuck all the way around. Up until about right there till you get to the other end of it. Then I do a little adjusting when I get through like my ears and everything, because your ears are inside. Most Muslims that wrap their head turban styles do know that we have a tendency, and it's a customary to cover the ears. It doesn't stop you from wearing earrings or anything like that. I was supposed to, and I probably will, go grab some accessories and bing, bing, bing. Now, with this one, as you notice, as I sat there and as I was talking to you all, I was looking for my inside, what I'm going to call my inside, and grab from the nape of the neck, coming forward, like so, and wrap her across the brow as well. And there, you have a beautifully wrapped turban, ready for Sunday school or holy day meeting, or just being out and about in your national headdress, or you just desire to learn how to turban up your hair. And this is, or turban up your head. So this is what we're working with. I'll make sure she's tucked properly. I felt something back there, so I'm gonna do something with that. There we go. And there she is. That's the way she goes. And that's because, just like, the fez is a proper way to wear it. So for the turban, for as your national headdress, that's how I was taught by the sisters in the temple how to adorn my head properly with my national headdress. And it was gifted to me by one of the elder mothers. So I appreciate that. So moving on. So this is a look. You could go with this. Now, above this, you can always just add a second fabric and everything, especially if you like to, match and you're into that type of thing. Now this one is extra long. This is long. This is the longest piece that I'm gonna be working with, but she's pretty long. So, and that's folded over, mind y'all. So we got a lot of fabric here. And again, I will put the amount of fabric that I'm using and widths that I'm using when it comes to these headscarves. Okay, so now that I got this one on, I feel like going ahead and accenting it with another adornment. But this time in a way where it'll give me the opportunity to veil myself, especially in these days and time where you have all these concerns about air quality or whatever the issue is supposed to be to get the masses in the uproar. Um, I simply know that this is just a means of my culture. This is a cultural practice. So I'm not really too far out of my element to cover my face. That's just something I do. Anyway, so as y'all notice, I just basically did the same thing with this piece of fabric, even though it's so much longer. It's probably about 3 lengths, the one that I put on originally. So now that I got this and I put it and I'm holding it like I did before, and I take and I tuck this area here. Okay? So you just tuck that. Tuck that in there and just hold that down. And that way you got a smooth surface going on. So you go back to your mirror, or you're never going to look away from your mirror, but anyway. So you're going to just, and then you're going to start twisting it, the length of what you need. And crown her up, that kind of thing, yeah. And you can also get very creative with this knot here too. But I'm going to just keep it basic for the now. And, well, not basic. I don't mean it like that. But anyway, I'm going to keep it simple. There you go. That's so much more appropriate. So I'm going to keep it simple. And you just, again, with the ring, and you're good to go. So if you're out and about and you have one of those type of people who insist on trying to govern you, they really think that they have some type of something, I don't know, authority over you. And they ask, about covering your face or anything like that. Well, like I said, it's a cultural practice for me to do so. So it's really no big deal to and this is one of those extra benefits of adorning your head with fabric or not tying or wrapping your head. You can do so much with this look. And this just keeps your anonymity too, because of the fact that we are existing in a day and time where data mining is real. But like I said, I'm not gonna make this about that. So this is pretty decent. It's something new. Summer, spring, fall, winter. Since we have all those here, she's cute just hanging down. She's cute just hanging and just adorning into the back and everything. And when you add brooches to your pieces, that just brings it to a whole next. Anyway, do I need to go get some brooches? Nah, I'll say that for another time. Maybe adorning your yeah. So that's a look, and that's just working with. Like I said, this is very long. If y'all notice how much I wrap this around my head, that's a lot. That's a lot, and still got more, and still, So that part right there, yeah. Okay, so you got that. I'm going to go ahead and put the red turban away for the now. Because I actually only wear this as my national headdress. I have yet to actually use it as a company piece or anything like that. So it does hold a sacred piece of intent. That's the word. Intent for me, this particular piece of cloth. This adornment that I choose to use to represent myself and my national headdress. So anyway, moving forward. All right, so y'all notice I had started with this on my head. If you're going to use cotton a lot, then it's probably best to have something like this for underneath. So it don't, especially up in this area here of the head, because it's so fragile. And you can easily pull all this out and thin all this out because it's constantly there. And the weave of the fabric is just going to just, yeah, it's going to take your edges and stuff away. So I just thought I'd throw that out there, but don't be scared. I know a lot of women are, and I need to watch those ums. I know a lot of women are into the bonnet look and things like that. I'm like, okay, well, that's a thing. So whatever you need to do to protect your, your crown, that's what's up. So placing this back on my head. Now, I've seen this look. I think the look that I came on the channel in, the whole tied up front, right about there look, and that's it. And you want to the store type thing. Okay, that's all fine and good, but I'm not a big fan of rocking something like this. But to each his own, because you got to do this, because it's all about just covering up your hair, especially if you're having a hair day that you're not really wishing to have or have it seen out into the world. So again, I'm going to go with this fabric, this long piece of fabric that I have here. Again, give you another idea what you could do with wrap. Now remember, this is extremely long, very long. We're talking at least, that's one, that's two, about 2¼ yards. We're talking, and it's about, because it's chop fabric too. I don't know if the texture is showing or picking up well in the camera. I'm not sure, but anyway. So chop, but it's a cotton and it's a weave. It's a lightweight. It's fairly lightweight. It has very little stretch to it because it's a weave. It's not a knit. Knit is the ones that's going to be stretchy. Those are ones a lot of women or people who tend to tie their head for the first time or learning how to do it. They tend to go with something more jersey knit, knit fabric, not so much the woven situation like you got with cotton and linen and things of that nature. I can't say rayon anymore or polyester because those things are doing wonderful things. Like right now, I have on, if I'm not mistaken, Polly and Esther. Those twins are doing it these days. I remember back in the day, I might be dating myself, but it don't matter. I'm a 73 baby and I love it. Anyway, where those things stood up by themselves, and now she just flying in the wind like, what? Silk who? I'm like, yeah, nah, Silk's still that ish. But you cute. Anyway, so now, going to the next piece, and like I told y'all, it's very long. Okay, and I like these two together based on, that little wrap I got on. So I'm just being inspired by this protective wrap underneath, okay? I'm not going to worry about this knot right here because of how you work this out. It's not going to be too much an issue. So notice how short I got it on this end. So yeah, pulling it back. You always wish to pull it back. And tuck and pull, organize it, straighten it out type of thing. And again, we're going to do that simple twisting. And we're going to hold this on that side once again. Now, get that full, carefree type turban look. Like you see, some shakes and some Arabs. rock, that type of deal. That's what this type of fabric and the length of it brings you. Okay, and you still have that piece right there, because again, I'm looking to cover my face, so that was probably just instinct on my part that I did it like that. But again, you take this part again, folding it under, and just finding her a piece to go in. And yeah, and you go around, tuck it in different spots if need be. If need be, you may not need to, but there she is. She's doing what she do, and she's big. That part. Now, understand, y'all, I am not seeing the back of my head at all. So I'm just doing. Okay, so now, that was these two pieces. Now, notice how I took that right off. So, yeah, can you have these made for yourself? You really can. You know, it just depends on, do you know a seamstress? Anyway, so, now moving forward. All right, now, so the next piece is, as I was talking about earlier, the knits. The knits. Now, this is a slippery knit right here. This one is stretchy. More a two-way stretch than a four-way stretch. It doesn't have much give that way, but I guess you could consider it a four-way stretch, but not really. I would definitely consider this a two-way stretch. You got a lot of give in this, okay? All right. If you're in my neck of the woods, sisterins, you know what? Hit me up. I'll put a workshop together and do a knot tie course, starting with the head. Anywho, so yeah. This one right here, I would say, is about a yard and a quarter. And it's about 24 inches wide. So yeah, this part right here, this is a nice stretch. So you're going to do it on the stretch. Now, when you're doing knits, always keep this in mind. It's designed to come together. So it's going to have a tendency to press on your head. And you might find throughout the day that you're getting a headache. And, well, some people say fashion hurts. I'm saying, nah, I ain't finna do nothing to myself. I hope nobody got distracted by the armpit hair. I just looked at that. I'm like, oh, sure. But anyway, no, that's again, that's just a part of my experience. I'll say it like that. So again, I'm tying in the back, but I'm going to keep twisting. Okay, I'm going to keep twisting. And by the time I get to a point where it's difficult for me to twist from the back, what I'm going to do is just bring it to the front of me and keep twisting. And by the time I get to one that's the shortest, I'll tuck it inside the fabric itself. The other ones, the longest one's fabric, and continue to twist. That's how you get your seamless little lines or whatnot. Now, doing this, let me turn around so you all can see. Okay, doing this twisting motion. So you bring it around, tuck, find your tightest position, and you're going to keep running it around, and you're going to tuck it. And it should give you a cute little rosette, if you will. Let me see. Is she cute? Yeah, she cute. She doing things. And that's as simple as that one. You know, it's a real simple look. And again, you got that on your head. Now, she's kind of slippery. I don't know, again, in the camera, can you tell? Oh, we're going to use another fabric with it. And I'm going to go with this lace. Now, this lace is a piece of fabric that I don't wish to cut just yet. I have cut some off of it. But I see a lot of other things with, like, leggings and lingerie. Oh, I just see so many things. I just love fabric. But anyway, so she is a stretch lace. So of course, yes, she's poly and ester. You know, and like I said, they didn't came a long, long way. So with this being on here like so, and it's so very wide. It is a wide piece of fabric, but she's calling to me. So what I'm going to do is find the right side of this fabric so I can place her on my head that way. So what I'm going to do is bring me a double knot going on with this. That's one thing to do with something like this. But what I'm going to do is ring this fabric up like so. Okay? And in doing that, ringing it up like so, I'm going to lay that down and grab it with my chin again. Yes, ladies, you're going to get that chin workout messing around with these hairdos. Okay, so yeah. And you see that I'm doing the twist on this. Yeah. Doing the twist on this. Alright, she just slid some. But you got to get used to working with this kind of fabric and everything like that. I'm going to throw this to the back for the now. Okay, and I'm going to bring this up and around. Still leaving me with that piece right there. Okay, this is not fully twisted all the way, so what I'm going to do is continue to twist. Because you need it to be uniform, or I'm sure you're going for that look, you know, or not, maybe not. You may not be. Okay, now tie it off right there. Tie it off right there. And then begin to twist again. So, and in doing so, bringing this down, and we're going to be making a knot in the front. Yes, we are. And that's a knot there. And I'm coming back with the twist. And that's where big fabric come in and give you an opportunity to do, you know, something eclectic, if you will. Oh, I'm doing a lot right here. Let me see something. Well, that was a fail. So anyway, but no. Like I said, I'm keeping the rosette in the back. But if I wish to, I could just fling that around, bring that up like so, and bingo bango, you got that too. But I'm still not giving up on this gray, because I seen it in the workroom and I was like, you know what, let me pull out this lace, because she's pretty. And I gotta think about, I would like for it to show through. Yes. Okay, so now, yeah, we're doing that. Enter. I'm recording, so you know. Okay, so I'm going on the not stretch side of the fabric and bring that down and around and get ready to twist off in the back. Working in your neckline is really, really important that that is tight there, because
These are
yeah, you are very, you're getting your detail work together. Good shot. My little boy, he's working on clay creations in there, doing tutorials on those things he be working on. So anyway, so as you see me twisting it around, I'm still trying this gray out. I'm feeling her, so I am feeling her. And this ain't everybody's cup of tea, I'm sure. But once I get something in my head, I like to think that I'll see it through. type of thing. So anyway, we're going to run this back around the head. And this is where pins would come in at, actually. Well, again, so now y'all see what fails look like. But nonetheless, you've seen how the blue was able to work. In this fabric right here, this is more or less something for, like I said, it would need to be cut down to, you know, the strips that you see me working with. Not the teal, but like this piece, the red piece, and going forward, these pieces is coming up. Okay, so now about mixing and also just using what you have. A lot of people don't have scarves, so they think, or accents. This is a skirt. I'm assuming my mother started some years ago. And I've been going through the estate and, you know, itemizing things. And I came across this. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I can see this through. But for now, as I was in the workroom getting ready for this little bitty tutorial, I said, you know what? Let me grab this right here and show people how they can use just regular stuff you got to, you know, get that, achieve that headpiece look that you're working for or you're looking to get. So I put it on like so. It's lined already, so I don't have to worry about